Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the Golden Ticket Show. We're going to break down the last couple bits of the slate for us. Quick update, if you are watching this game, this has become a very close, intense game. 24-13, balls on the 20, just watching this play. We have a lot of money riding on this one. Let's go. There we go. So, for those who are wanting the play we actually posted it on our Pick'It this morning, so be sure to follow that. That's where we're getting a lot of these plays at. We took Baltimore to score between 21 and 30 points, Tennessee to score between 11 and 20 points, Baltimore to cover a 2-point spread, and Derrick Henry over 75 rushing receiving yards, and Gus Edwards over 25 rushing yards. So, with that being said, that one's cash. That was $5.50 to start the day. Love seeing that. We love seeing that. We love seeing a win to start the week. I think we were 3-2. DeAndre Hopkins is the only thing that I think has hurt me so far today. Get that man out of Tennessee as fast as possible. That better be a trade line acquisition if I've ever seen one. So we're going to break down the slate. We got about 22 minutes. We're going to do a quick 10, 15-minute show and kind of break down the slate for you guys. We're going to start with the first game that's showing up on my board is Vikings-Bears. Now, -3 feels like a very weird spread. You know, I think it would be higher if it wasn't for the fact that Jefferson's out, but this game is one. I like the over. I like both quarterbacks' passing yard props. I know they lost Jefferson, but this is a defense that gives up a lot of yards. They just gave up almost 400 to Sam Howell. The Vikings defense is abysmal. It's terrible. It's just not worth even justifying taking an under in any game that a Minnesota Viking secondary is involved in right now. But this is a game that Kirk Cousins is going to have to prove himself. Justin Fields is going to have to prove it wasn't a fluke. That is an easy over. I think both quarterbacks line. Justin Fields is at 191. He'll easily hit 200. Cousins at, I think it's 247 last I saw. Let me do a quick double check on that. Yeah. Cousins' passing yards is at 257. I would still take that. This could be another 300-yard game for him. So that's an easy lay right there. We go to the Colts games. This I'm not too sure about it. I know Mr. Joe the Show really, really likes that -3.5 for the Jaguars. I stayed away from this because I want to see what this Jaguars team does now that they're back in the U.S. They played really great overseas, and they usually play really well. I like the spread there, but me personally, I'm not taking it. So if you want to take a bet for that game, I would highly recommend that. This could be a Minshew revenge game, but I just don't see the Colts going up against a Jaguars team that is this solid and coming away with any form of victory or a close game. I think it's going to stay around a touchdown. I don't think it'll be more than that, but this should not be as close a game as they're projecting. Now, next one I got crap for because I said it was the game of the week and I said it wasn't the game I was planning on watching. We have the Bengals-Seahawks game. I would take this over in a heartbeat, and we took the team total just in case for the Seahawks, 45.5. That's 6 touchdowns, and a little more than a field goal for two teams that have high-powered offenses and have nothing to lose with this season. The Bengals are in a position they have to win every game. The Seahawks have been in win-now mode since day one of the season behind the 49ers. This is going to be a very high-scoring game. Now, I know, and a lot of people look at the numbers for the Bengals defense and think, okay, this is a solid passing defense. It's not. They've just been blown out so much that their passing defense looks great because they haven't needed to pass. As we get final score here in Baltimore 24, Tennessee 16 to start off week 6. We look down. You got Panthers-Dolphins. Nothing there looked good. It's obviously going to be a blowout. I've been seeing a lot on the expected value for the Panthers is down. If you're an EV plus Stat Nerd, the plus 14.5 had a positive EV by about 6%. It's supposed to be closer towards like a 130. So if you're into EV bets, that's a good play right there. Is plus 14.5, but I just don't see anything in this Panthers team that's going to be able to keep up with. It actually just went from the Dolphins, the best spread you can find now. It went from 13 to 14. So that's the best you can really do right now. I stayed away from that game. Saints Texans, we took the under. It went up to 42.5. I would highly take that. I took it at 41.5. 42.5 just gives us an extra point. These are two defensive-minded coaches and two teams that don't really have the offensive weapons behind their quarterback. One team has a quarterback with no offensive weapons. One has offensive weapons with no quarterback. Niners game, it's still at 9.5. I think this should be on a spread closer towards what the Dolphins spread is. You could take that 9.5 too easily. I took this at 4.5 when this week started, so I'm not sweating this game whatsoever. Commanders Falcons. I know I just shit all over the Falcons, but I think the Falcons can pull out this game. I think the Commanders are starting their decline after a fairly solid first 2-3 weeks of the season. They're starting their decline now, and the Falcons are great at home. Desmond Ritter's been great at home for his career, so this is definitely a good place to take the Falcons. And I took a first half. I don't think they're going to win the first half. They're going to come away with the game here. So feed me that one for an easy win for this team. So, and then we're going to cover one or two more here. The Raiders game, that's gross. I don't even like looking at it. That I just stay away from that. That's two teams that don't have any business being in the NFL right now. That's it. The only way this would be a good game is this is Belichick against his former team. I just don't see anything good coming from it. We got Lions Buccaneers. That just feels like a game that it feels like it's either going to be a 25-point blowout or it's going to be down to a game-winning field goal. I don't think there's any way in between, but I really like the Lions in that place. I took the money line there. I took it. It's at 155. That's the best thing I could really find in this game. Eagles Jets. I'm with them. I'm taking the minus 6.5. I'm rocking with Joe there. Minus 6.5 is a great look for this game. You can get it 110 at like MGM, PointsBet, Caesars. DraftKings and FanDuel are the ones that have the highest odds on it. So I would stay away from it on their sites. Rams should be able to easily blow out this team. If you're looking for, we're going to end this show on actually a really good 4 p.m. parlay that I love. 4 p.m. like a primetime only parlay that I really, 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 really like. And if you take the money line for the Rams, the Eagles, and you alternate the Bills line down to a -7, then that right there is an easy. All right, let's see. I'm actually, if you take the Niners, we can have the Niners in there. That's not an issue. Niners, Eagles, Rams, and we drop the Bills down to, let's say, like 5.5, like a 6-point win, or let's do a touchdown. Them to win by at least a touchdown. And we put 5 on that. Actually, I'm going to use a boost we have. Oh, I won't show my phone. I say I have a green screen on. So if you put that in, minus 6.5 for the Bills, Rams, Eagles, Niners money line, and you use your stepped up parlay, that actually bumps it up to a 217. So that's 5 to win 15 right there, 10 to win 21 or 31. So I'm locking that one in. We're going to post that here in a second onto Twitter. So be sure to check out our Twitter. We're posting all our plays. We're post everything, all our big wins, all our big losses. We're going to post every single thing that we find on Twitter to give you the best information you guys can have, give you guys the best bets. So Make sure you guys follow us on Twitter. Make sure you guys follow for frequency's sake. And check out our page. Everything we post is 100% free. We post articles breaking down bets. We post everything from NFL to Premier League soccer and European international matches. Anything you could find a good bet on, we've already found it, and we're posting it early for you to make sure you guys get the best lines possible. Make sure you check us out. Thank you guys for watching, and good luck this week.